Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the Gym Ground Type M-MSV version, which is what they're calling this particular gym that is the clan match prize at present. We used to refer to it as the Gym Land Battle Type because Gym Ground Type is an accurate translation. The Gym Ground Type as we know it has a name with slightly different kanji than this Gym Ground Type. So, Land Battle Type was an acceptable alternate translation that we used just to keep them straight. But, yeah, this is the M-MSV Gym Ground, and it is pretty interesting. It is a 250-point mobile suit. Level 1, I think it's the only level currently available. It has a large railgun, which is what that bazooka-looking thing is, and it has an ability that sadly you're not going to see very much in this match, but it actually is the first ballistic weapon with piercing. That is, if there are multiple things in a straight line within its range, it will hit all of them. So that is a really great power to have. So it's an interesting weapon, but like I said, I don't get too many chances to use it well during this round, so I get a couple of good shots off with it, but not a lot. Other information to know, it is a raid type with both reactive explosive armor, I believe it is called, and maneuver armor. So, in other words, splash damage tends not to stun it, and it's harder to stun when it is boosting. So, yeah, that is a good combination for, keeping yourself in motion. But, direct hits will still stun, but they have to actually hit you. But yeah, it's not bad. As a backup weapons, it has head Vulcans and a really cool looking beam gun that sadly could be better. It reminds me of the beam gun of the Gym Command. It can fire about 3 consecutive times before overheating. If you connect with all 3 of those, it will not stun, but a few extra Vulcan shots beyond that will. All weapons, of course, do have a certain amount of stun damage, or most of them do. It's just that you have to accumulate enough stun damage for it to work. Landing all 3 of those shots and enough Vulcan shots to stun is kind of a job, though. It's not anything I would rely on. If you're lucky, you can get it, but your Beam Saber and your Railgun are going to be your most stun-worthy things. I believe I also found out about here, you cannot fire the Railgun while in the air, so that is a disadvantage compared to various bazookas, but, if you could get a good piercing shots off in the air, that would be kind of overdoing it, I'd say. See, good read there by the enemy Gym Cannon, who did knock me down, probably about to kill me. No, not quite. They did not quite have the time to do it, so time for me to try and retaliate. Except I'm out of legs, so he's just going to back up and hit me with Vulcans or Cannon, and I'm dead. It happens. I didn't realize my legs were that damaged when I did it. It was one of those things. Kind of frustrating in the moment, but I got over it relatively quickly. Now that my mom is home from the hospital, and thank you for everybody who, was sent kind thoughts and concerns, I am, she's doing better, and I won't say things are a little bit easier, but at least I'm not traveling back and forth every day, which does help. I've kind of been run back and forth pretty hard this first couple of days, but I've still gotten a little bit of time in to get a couple of decent rounds, this one and tomorrow's video, so it's good to be getting back into a groove here, I gotta say. I was getting very frustrated with myself just because I was not playing well, and if you were playing with me the last few weeks and I was playing poorly, I apologize. I had a bunch of stuff on my mind and I was just exhausted. So now I have a bunch of stuff on my mind and I'm exhausted, but I'm just getting back into a better place with this. So that's something. It all kind of depends on time of day too. I feel like I'm playing at different times of day than I was when I was running back and forth to the hospital, and I'm ending up with groups I just gel with a little better. So that is a not inestimable part of this process, is just lucking into randoms that you work well with. It's important. But right now, I'm just kind of scooting along the outskirts. Luckily, we're not grouped up terribly well, but neither is the enemy team, so, we're holding them off fairly well. And Yeah, it's just yeah, I think that's where I discovered you can't fire that thing in the air, but I still managed to get the drop on whatever type of Zaku this is. Since it's a disadvantage and I'm a raid, it's got to be a general. It may just be a straight-up Zaku too, which don't see those terribly often anymore. Still viable, just there are a lot of skills that they lack, and that does make it harder sometimes. Let's see, got the assist on that one, and here comes somebody else around the corner. It is a standard goof, which tried to get a swing on, didn't quite reach. Sometimes I swear the saber reach on this isn't quite as good, but it's a pretty standard Federation type beam saber user, so it's probably just my imagination. As it is, though, did manage to get the kill shot on that goof. We've pulled away by about 1,500 points, which is not a bad start. And let's see, enemy is grouped up over on that building. We're somewhat grouped up around this building, and I got stuck on the tank. It happens very frequently. Luckily, they made it so that the tank only takes contact damage at certain intervals, so it either has to have been bumped into a lot, or you really have to be lingering on it to have it explode and knock you over. Either way, it did not happen this time. Hooray. About 2 minutes left, a little bit under, and just looking for good opportunities to get some more damage in, because this is the best round I've done with this. I had a round where I demonstrated the piercing a little bit more effectively, but it is not, I did not perform half as well. So I decided to go with performance, because there are at least places in this round where near the end, where I do show how the piercing works. I was able to show how it worked in the other round by actually attacking 2 enemies, which I don't do here, but there is, of course, the other use for piercing, which you will see in a moment. See, that person, I think, is just kind of accepting their fate, I think, which, you know, I can relate to. I've had rounds like that where it's like, okay, we're not going to get this. And maybe I should push a little harder after that, but sometimes you're just tired. And if you're not in a rated match, if you're just playing quick, it's you know, a certain amount of frustration for the other players, but it's not penalizing anybody. I don't advocate it, but it's just, I understand the mindset, because some days are just hard. But fighting the goof, which I'm amazed I got the drop on it, but I guess, I don't know, I really probably shouldn't have melee priority over the goof, but I guess it's because it was using the heat rod. It is now out of shield, which is a good place for it to be in. Got an ally, you know, tackling it, going after the key gun, trying to close, but not wanting to just dash straight in, because it does have enough power to stun me before I get there. And here is what you can use piercing for. Fire right through your allies and take the kill. Again, maybe not the best idea, but sometimes if your ally is taking damage and you want to make sure you get the kill, it's an option. And I just accidentally sent nice to meet you instead of good work, because I was, well, busy getting blown up as the round ended. But yeah, that is the other gym ground type. They've said that it will be available in the recycle ticket store eventually, so if you're not in a clan or your clan did not place, there will be another shot, so don't worry about it too much. 7 kills, 2 deaths, and 59,000 damage at 250 is not bad. So that is gonna do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! I forget whether they said they were going to change the Clan Match Reward mobile suit quarterly or every couple of months, but either way, we should probably be coming up on another one soon, so hopefully it's something interesting, and hopefully, you know, everybody can get together and we can take a shot at it again, because that was fun.